You are sitting in the car, engine idling, the dashboard light casting a soft glow across her face. She is looking out the passenger window, tracing a pattern on the glass. The silence between you isn't angry, it's heavy. It's that specific, quiet space where you can feel her presence so intensely, yet she feels a million miles away. You want to reach out, you want to ask her what she's thinking, but something stops you. Your mind starts racing. Is she pulling back? Did I say something wrong? Does she even want this? Or am I just reading into things? Am I the problem here? Here's the counterintuitive truth most guys miss. She didn't stop wanting a relationship with you. She stopped showing it because her fear of rejection outgrew her desire for connection. The mixed signals aren't a sign that her love faded. They are a sign that her safety did. You're not failing at reading her. This is not a sign that you're incompatible or that she's playing games. Every guy who has ever tried to navigate the delicate space between a casual fling and a real commitment has stood exactly where you are standing right now. By the end of this video, you will understand the hidden language of her fear, and you'll know exactly how to decode her signals so you can stop guessing and start building a real, lasting connection. Let's get into it. Before we look at the signs, we need to completely shift how you view her behavior. Most guys believe that if a woman wants a relationship, she'll just make it obvious. They think mixed signals mean she's undecided or losing interest. But the real truth is beneath the surface, her nervous system is trying to protect her heart from being broken. When safety leaves the equation for a woman, her desire for closeness goes underground. She might desperately want to be your person, but her attachment history is screaming that showing too much investment makes her vulnerable. It's an anxious avoidance cycle playing out in real time. What looks like her being distant or acting detached isn't a lack of feeling. Honestly, it's usually someone who wants to lean in so badly that the sheer possibility of you walking away terrifies her into freezing. Her nervous system is reading your level of presence before your mind can even catch up. When she pulls back, she isn't testing you, she is protecting herself. And here's what nobody explains. Trying to force a confession out of her using logic will only make her withdraw further. Criticism or pressure always feels like a trap to a nervous system that is already on high alert. This isn't about getting her to admit she wants a boyfriend. This is about creating an emotional environment where she feels safe enough to stop hiding. Here's the part no one talks about. Most couples experience a moment where one person opens up completely, only to inexplicably ghost or get cold the next day. This is the pull and protect rhythm. One night, she's sharing her deepest childhood memories, laughing and looking at you with total presence. The next morning, her texts are short, her walls are back up. Her attachment system is overcorrecting. She had an intimacy hangover. Her brain is quietly registering, I showed him too much of myself, and now he has the power to destroy me. Her nervous system treats that beautiful moment of connection like a smoke detector treats burnt toast. It cannot tell the difference between real emotional vulnerability and actual danger, so it sounds the panic alarm. If she texts coldly after a great date and you say, "Why are you acting weird today? Did I do something?" It creates pressure and forces her deeper into defense. But if you say, "Hey, loved hanging out last night. Take all the space you need today. Text me whenever," it creates safety and lowers the alarm. When you respond with calm consistency instead of matching her distance, the walls between you start to come down without either of you having to say a word. This is where it gets really interesting. Most people in relationships look for the big indicators of commitment, like moving in together or meeting the parents. But a woman who is terrified of rejection will never start with the big things. She will test the waters with tiny, almost invisible micro-investments. She leaves a hair tie in your console. She buys your favorite energy drink for her fridge. She subtly mentions a concert happening 3 months from now to see if you include her in your future landscape. She is projecting her longing onto small, physical objects and hypothetical timelines. She's trying to gauge your emotional availability without risking her pride. Not a grand declaration of love, not a demand for a title, not asking to change her relationship status on social media, but a quiet, unspoken question. Is there room for me here? Her internal monologue is saying, if he throws this energy drink away or ignores the concert comment, I know it's not safe to dream about him. When you notice these tiny details and choose to actively welcome them, that's when she stops feeling like a problem to manage and starts feeling like a person to come home to. And this is the one most couples never figure out. She will start talking about the future, but she will always frame it with an escape hatch. She'll say something like, oh, you would love this restaurant in Chicago if you ever go, instead of saying, we should go to Chicago together. Most guys hear that default phrasing and assume she's excluding them. But beneath the surface, she is deeply longing to share those experiences with you. She phrases it as a hypothetical because her ego cannot handle the rejection if you respond with indifference. She is giving you the canvas, but she's waiting for you to pick up the paintbrush. This isn't a communication hack. This is just what a woman does when she is caught between her desire for presence and her fear of abandonment. Her brain is calculating the risk of every sentence. If she says, you should see that new movie when it comes out, and you answer, yeah, looks cool, I'll check it out, you confirm her fear that you don't see a future. But if you step through her safety net and say, let's go together, next Friday night, you and me, you claim the moment. But here's what changes everything. When you boldly close the gap she leaves open, her system relaxes. That's the shift that turns a relationship that feels like a negotiation into one that feels like a refuge. Here is the sign that confuses men the most. When a woman wants a relationship but is terrified, her anxiety will often masquerade as irritation or casual independence. She will heavily lean into the, I don't care, I'm fine, we're just chillin' persona. Most couples take this at face value. The guy thinks, great, she's low maintenance and doesn't want anything serious. But it's armor. It is a protective shield forged from past breakups where she felt foolish for caring too much. Emotional distance in a relationship isn't like a wall. It's like scar tissue that forms slowly over 100 small moments that never got repaired. She wears this armor because something in her is whispering, if I pretend this doesn't matter, it won't hurt when he leaves. This isn't a trick for avoiding conflict. It's a call for reassurance. When you look past the casual facade, when you look into her eyes and show her that you see her depth anyway, she realizes she doesn't have to fight so hard to protect herself. This is the ultimate indicator, bro. When a woman is secretly invested, she becomes a scholar of your baseline behavior. She notices the exact tone of your texts, the slight shift in your energy when you're tired, or the way you look away when certain topics come up. Most people mistake this hypervigilance for her being controlling or nagging, but it's actually her nervous system searching for safety. Because she hasn't asked for the title of girlfriend, she has no legal or social claim on your loyalty. She feels exposed. Every time you drift, even a little bit because you had a bad day at work, her brain quietly registers, this is it. He's losing interest. The drop-off is happening. If you respond with defensiveness, you validate her terror. This is the moment to practice emotional literacy. Recognize that her hypervigilance isn't an attack on your character, it's an expression of her attachment to you. When you answer her unspoken panic with a steady, grounding presence, you rewrite the script she's running in her head. Recognizing these signs isn't a checklist to win a game. It's an invitation to show up differently as a man, and that changes everything about what's possible between you and the woman you are building a life with. When you internalize this, you stop reacting to her armor and start responding to her heart. She will feel the safety of your presence before you've even said a word. These aren't tips for a better dating life. They are the beginning of becoming the kind of emotionally mature, grounded partner that a woman can finally lower her guard around. Real intimacy doesn't start when you finally get the title, and it doesn't start when she finally builds up the courage to say the words out loud. Real intimacy starts when you decide to become the safe harbor she's been searching for all along.